Good afternoon. We are the Group 8 and we are here to present our action plan. The member of Group 8 are Ruth Clasa, Elenie Omar, Willy Eleazar, and Jovelyn Toledo. Our action plan is in grade level 8. Our action plan contains the standards, the learning goals, learning competencies, learning objectives, assessment, and strategies. In the standards, we have the content standards and the performance standards. In learning goals, we have the acquisition, the making meaning, and the transfer. In learning competencies, we have the enduring understanding, or the EU, and the essential question, or the EQ, and then the transfer goal. In learning objectives, we have the three domains, which are the cognitive, effective, and psychomotor. In assessment, we have the pre-assessment, formative assessment, and summative assessment. And then the strategies. This is the activities you have to give to your learners. The content standard. The learner demonstrates understanding of African literature as a means of exploring forces that human beings contend with. Various reading styles vis-a-vis purposes of reading, procedure features that serve as carriers of meaning, ways by which information may be organized, related, and delivered orally, and parallel structures and cohesive devices in presenting information. Here is our action plan. We have the content standard, and we have the week 1, the learning goal, and the learning competencies. Learning competencies are integrated. For example, in week 1, we have 10 competencies, then we divide it into 4, then we integrate 3 or more competencies in day 1. So, in week learning competency 1, listen for important points signaled by volume, projection, pitch, stress, intonation, juncture, and rate of speech. Learning competency 2, use the correct sounds of English. And the learning competency 3, determine the meaning of idiomatic expression by noting context clues and collocations. These are the three competencies we integrate each other because these competencies are connected to the content standards. Then we have the learning objectives. Our learning objectives, the three domains, the cognitive, identify the important signal by volume, projection, pitch, stress, intonation, juncture, and rate of speech. And effective, share insight on the lesson learned from the poem I Am an African Child. And in the psychomotor, use the meaning of idiomatic expressions by noting context clues and collocation. In our assessment, we have the pre-assessment, which is the oral recitation, and the formative, analyze the lines in the poem and state the message of the author in each stanza. Then the summative, construct a poem. And the strategies or the activities, questioning, independent reading, and concept mapping. The assessment and strategies must be aligned in the learning objectives. And the week 2 to week 9, we did the same process as the week 1.
We are here, the second to the last part of our action plan, which is making meaning. Making meaning has two types: the enduring understanding or essential understanding and essential questions. Our essential questions are: what lessons can learn from literature? What students need to explore about the various reading styles, the purpose rather of reading, and vice versa. The last one, why literature important in life. Our essential understanding are the student will understand that literature can make step back in time and learn about life from ones who walk before us. Various reading styles of the purpose of reading and vice versa facilitate the information to real life situation. Our learning objectives for cognitive define various reading styles and purpose of reading. Affective describe the various reading style and purpose of reading. Psychomotor determine the information through various reading style and purpose of reading. In our pre-assessment, tap into prior knowledge of various reading and purpose of reading. Formative, give time to talk about various reading styles and purpose of reading, and the summative is portfolio. Our activities, scaffold activities. Scaffold activities into various reading styles and purpose of reading. We are here the last part of our action plan, which is the performance standard. The learners transfer learning by composing and delivering an informative speech based on a specific topic of interest, keeping in mind the proper of effective use, parallel structures, and cohesive devices, and appropriate prosodic features, stance, and behavior. Our learning goals is transfer. Our learning competency, students with their own will be able to compose, deliver an informative speech using parallel structures, cohesive devices, and appropriate prosodic features, stance, and behavior. Our learning objectives, cognitive, define the materials and factors that affecting on the performance task. Affective, creative journal that reflects on the performance task. Psychomotor, we have create a plan prior a presentation and presented the plan following the standards given. Then our assessment, presentation with rubrics, and our activities, planning, checking of materials, and the last one, updates of performance products. Okay, that's all. That's all. Thank you for listening.